quick. No, thank you. My name is Jose, part of the Adult Services Department. But we had a great time this past month, so definitely want to show you guys exactly what we've done. Let's see next slide, please. Thank you. Well, this month we focused on our little seed library, which has been a huge hit here at Southmost and at Central as well. This month we actually had the kit of the month was chili peppers and basil mint cilantro fest. No, I said cilantro fest because I was part of it. But we actually came together with cilantro and the cilantro fest. So we actually had a great time in that event. And also it came intertwined with what exactly we're doing here is promoting health and wellness, as well as planting and gardening to beautify Brownsville and their communities as well. So these are pictures from the community that they're sending me via my email address here from the city. And as you can see, a lot of our patrons are very focused on making this program successful, not only here, but also at Central as well at the main branch. And those are legitimate real pictures from our patrons that are sending me their pictures of the plants that they're taking from here. And actually they're growing them in their own gardens and around their community. So these are just some of the examples. We had our kit of the month was strawberries, and those flew by in a week and a half here. They didn't last as long as we intended. So right now we're focusing on what to order for next month as well. What's going to be the flavor of the month, right? So our little seed libraries are huge here, and thankfully to the community and to some of my coworkers that are bringing in their plants. And the community has been really supportive. So it's not going to go anywhere, these little seed libraries. Yeah. The adult computer classes came to an end, which of course they were very popular. On the bad days, we had about 2 patrons, which could be many factors, parents, the weather, holidays as well. But then we reached up to 11 patrons. And one of their main classes that they really want to come back is basic computing, which is typing. Canva, all of a sudden, Canva's huge now. And also, yeah, it's becoming more and more popular, regardless of age. It's become very popular. So that one, and of course, resume building now. We have a lot of adults that are coming over to actually, again, learn how to do a resume. Those are very popular. So actually, they've been asking me if for next time we can incorporate those in our lectures. So for sure, we're going to be continuing having those because it seems like it's not going to stop. These classes are not going to. Next slide, please. Thank you. And of course, we had a few events that we presented here at the library. We had Let's Get Cooking. Thank you so much to Vivian and Myra. They did that middle macaroni flavor, and it was so much fun because the team really liked it. They liked the whole teamwork collaboration. And they did great in helping me with that. On the left side, you can see the end results. Patrons were having a great time. And it's great to see a lot of patrons that are still coming into the library that I remember them from years ago. They continue coming. That picture is from patrons that were so small. Now they're teenagers. And those are the same family that I saw at the Cilantro Fest as well. So they are actually very supportive of our programs. And over here on the right side on top is Mr. Robert Gaitan from the Native Plant Society of Texas. He, again, for the second year in a row, decided to come and visit us and show us what he can do and his knowledge and sharing it with the community. So we built a really good relationship with him. And I definitely expect for him to come back every single year to teach us a little bit more about gardening and beautifying our gardens and our cities. And right there on the bottom, we actually had planters, paint your own planters. And it's just amazing, the talent of our community. Something so small can really take you so far. And as you can see, that pretty much is what patrons can do with a small amount of color, turn it into something magical. So it's very impressive. Unfortunately, I cannot fit every single picture in there, but I have about 15, 20 pictures that I took just of those planters. Huge success. And of course, right now, I'm heading over to over there in that room in moon-shaped wreaths. So we're definitely going to be starting doing that. I already have a couple of patrons waiting out there. So I have Myra and Maria Isabel helping me out in the meantime while I'm over here. And we're going to go over there and have a great time with them. And we're going to celebrate National Library Week next week with our adults. So we'll be doing a scavenger egg hunt. And of course, we'll give them a mission. We'll be talking and having a good time and maybe pizza. And then we'll be doing Planet Trivia Night in honor of Earth Day. So we will be definitely joining the patrons and the community in celebrating Planet Trivia Night, which at the end, we'll have 3 winning prizes for all the winners. We did this last year and it was so much fun. That's what we're doing this month. So it's going to be a lot of hands-on creativity, a lot of good stuff. Thank you. Any questions?
Hello, everyone.
Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, yes, sorry. I had a question for the adult activities.
Yes.
Are you supplementing any of these with like reading materials or resources that folks can take home with them?
Yes, absolutely. We do. We actually, let's say, for example, we're doing planting. We promote our planting books, and then also we promote from around the city as well. For the one that we're doing for Macaroni and also for Robert Gaitan, we were promoting so hard our collaboration with the health department for Cilantro Fest. And that's why one of the reasons why I saw plenty of patrons in that event. So we push a lot. And the beauty of it is that we're one city, so we collaborate with other departments.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kayla, and I'll present on children's services. So in March, our big event of the month was our extravaganza. And this was really cool. We had an egg hunt. We had giveaways, snacks, photos with the Easter Bunny. So super popular event every year. And we had a really great turnout. We do it in 2. So we do it at Southmost first, and we have our extravaganza, and then we have what we call our sensory friendly extravaganza. And sensory friendly is for our neurodivergent community. We modify everything. We bring it indoors. We make it a more chill environment for them. So between the 2 programs at Southmost, we had 485. And then at Maine, between the 2, we had 762. So we definitely met our goals there. And it was really fun. The Elks Lodge actually joined us, and they were giving away like little food packs at Southmost. And then at Maine, when they went, they were giving away like kids' clothes. So it was a really good collaboration, and everyone had a really good time. For our regular programs, which is comprised of like our play dates, our story times, and our Lego labs, we had about 149 people on, for the whole month, and at Southmost 109 for the whole. Next slide. So for April, we are continuing with our regular programs, Stories and Snacks, Bouncing Babies, Sensory Friendly Playdate, Lego Lab. We didn't have toddler playdate because we were closed that day for Easter. But for our kids' nights, we are doing rainbow bookmarks. So this is kind of the sample. It's just like a fun sensory kind of like science-y activity for them. It's shaving cream and food coloring, and they make like this really cool marbled effects on their bookmarks. And then for our DIY bird feeders, we partnered with Redfish Recycling. They're going to come in, do a presentation on recycling. They have like props on like what's recyclable, what's not. They'll do a presentation. And then we're going to do a reuse inspired activity for the craft part of it. We've got a bunch of toilet paper rolls. We didn't buy them, they're recycled. And we're gonna put some peanut butter on them with some bird seeds so the kids can take them home and hang them up and feed the birds. April. Never mind. Next slide. Oh, just kidding. We're giving you a little preview for our summer reading program 2026. This year the theme is Unearth a Story. And that for the kids, it's going to be a lot of dinos, right? But it really is more like unearth any kind of story, right? So this one focuses a lot on, of course, dinosaurs, paleontology, but also archaeology, anthropology, genealogy, just any of those ologies, to unearth your own story and bring these kinds of things to life. So starts June 1st, ends July 29th. This is just a little preview. We'll have more info in future meetings. Now I think that's it. Any questions?
Library week, is there one for the children?
For the children's, no, not really. We're just kind of going with our normal programming.
Kayla,
You were gonna send us flyers for the summer reading program, right?
Yes, yes.
Because I'm thinking maybe might be able to print out posters for the libraries at the print shop.
Oh, nice, nice,
And then we
nice.
can distribute them.
Yeah, our goal is to have everything final by the end of April, so that way I can send them to you guys, so you can have them for like all of May. Right?
Yeah, that's enough time to print them out.
Yay. Questions? Yay, that's me. Okay. So our March was lovely. We had a Super Mario Day. And at each library, that March 10th, you know how it's MAR and then the little winky winky, it's, so Super Mario Day was super big here. We had 70 people at Southmost and, well, 68 here, and I think it was like 70 there. So really amazing. I think there are photos on the next slide of some of the joyful experiences that, so we passed out mustaches to everybody. Anthony, our makerspace guru, made us a Yoshi as our grand prize giveaway. Super beautiful totes that they made for us, cupcake. And then I did not expect this, but we had Anthony, our makerspace guru, made me a gotcha machine, which is like a little fake vend. Oh my gosh, Anthony. He made us a gotcha machine, and it's like you put a fake coin in and it gives you a little cosita, right? A little bolita of something. So I said to the kids, we had like all kinds of cheap paper, little word search puzzles and little, Mad Libs things. And I said, for every 2 activities you do, you get a free coin to come and use. And I had to refill the machine. And I had teenagers there that were upset when I was all out of I had to come back and find more cositas to give away, which is always fine here. Like we had, but I just was mind blown because it's rare that at Southmost we attract that many teens. So we're trying to bounce back. So super jazzed about the Mario Day. Thank you, Alma. Next slide. Okay, and so then we did spring flowers. This actually came before Mario Day. And we had a great turnout for this too, which is super exciting. 52 total patrons joined us between here and Maine. And I want to say here we had like 32 or something like that. So big hit. We were super excited. I think spring break gave everybody a little bit of CPR in the spirit. And so our numbers were just a little bit more exceptional in March, right? Okay, next slide. Then we did, so we did not do March anime night because we were helping out with extravaganza, because it's like, it kind of takes over the whole library. So we were helping out with that. But our next teen anime will be in April, and we'll get back to, we have it coming up in a couple of weeks. Next slide. So I wanted to brag a little bit about coming soon, because this is because of you all's input. So you all challenged us to do more for like scholarships, financial aid. We're going to take it for a test drive and offer 2 sessions on this. And we even have a magical translator coming to be our Spanish speaker translator on those evenings. And so we're going to see if this is a hit with our local community. And if it is, we will keep on soliciting their input for how else we can be of service. But I'm presenting this because I'm fresh off my high school experience, and I always helped out at the Go Center at, wherever I was. So I'm going to talk about FAFSA and how integral it is to apply for that, maybe give some screenshots. Full disclosure, we can't help them walk through the FAFSA process because there's so much confidential information that we can't really help them with. But I'm going to screenshot a few things and say, here's what you need. And you don't need a social security number to apply for FAFSA. A lot of people won't apply because they think they do. So we'll talk about scholarships, loans, and all that jazz. Next slide. Another coming soon. So summer reading for Kayla already talked about it. We have a teen lock-in. Hopefully that's just on the horizon. And then here's most also board influenced. Battle of the Books assistants. We are wanting, Sarah, the other teen librarian, and I are wanting to do active and passive programs to help our Cameron County schools, primarily BISD since we're Brownsville, right? Prep for Battle of the Books. We ordered a ton of the Battle of the Books, middle school and high school books. And we want to do some study sessions, some cram sessions, and just quiet reading time. So, but we wondered how you all can help us. I've emailed a few librarians and I know y'all are busy, so nobody's written me back to say, I've just asked, like, do you think this is a good idea? Would you be interested in sending us your babies? And nobody's written back. So if you could kind of around and say, hey, we're offering this free service. We're going to spoil the kids in this, hopefully start them in the summer, right? With some pizza days and that kind of thing. So fingers crossed that this is going to be a good launch.
So you will be working with the new books that they select?
Exactly, for the next school year. Yeah, because they just released the titles.
Yes.
Yeah. This was my jam when I always helped out with Battle of the Books, and Hannah, my last school that we competed with, ended up in the top 3. So just.
My school too, but it's just like quizzes, coming up with all these questions. for
Well, we
students
know
and
you're
stuff like
busy.
that.
That's why we're saying we can
Yes.
do it. But we just need people to send us babies. You know what I mean?
You know, the battle questions, I'm sure you know about those, right? The battle questions, you can buy them and they're like for $9 a book. And they have a bank of questions. Some of them have anywhere between 70 and maybe like 200
And
questions.
the teachers.
Brilliant.
Yes, and you can buy it on Teachers Pay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I still have an active account. Yes. Love it. I think that's it. Okay, preguntas.
Yes, could you send me the flyer for all of those things?
Yeah,
And for the summer reading program?
Yes.
And
especially for Battle of the Books, right?
for the Battle of Books. I don't know if y'all could possibly provide us like flyers to give out to the students? Or would that be too much?
We can definitely try. I used to do it. I used to send flyers for like all the big things, but then our email got really restrictive on the size of the files. And that's why I went back to just the calendar, but I could probably try and find some other solution for getting those to you guys because they're so large that the emails just were not going through.
Can you try OneDrive?
We have to use
Sure, so like when it.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I need to, figure that out.
But I'll email you, Matt. Yes,
Some of that is exciting.
I know.
Now I say in the summer, I'm gonna work on the questions and.
Because y'all are exhausted. Yeah.
For the Battle of Books, were you only targeting BISD kids?
No. I'm having a little favoritism, probably subconsciously.
They go compete, but like the charter schools are not part of the competition. It's only like.
It's only the-
ISD.
yeah, the public.
Fresno's and,
Yeah. I mean, I'll have some bias, but anybody can come genuinely. But we're looking for a BISD winner, just saying. Any other questions?
I'll send it.
Also for the scholarship night, if you can send me a flyer.
For sure, I will.
I'll send it to the schools go centers and to the library.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Uh-huh.
That would be awesome. Yes.
Any thoughts on the Battle of the Books, which is the first time I'm hearing of it,
Mhm.
but the summer reading program work as well, like to promote that with like Parks and Rec as well within the city to get their input and support.
We share everything with communications and marketing. And so they help us share that across all the departments and then also out to our public.
I meant like more intentional than just like an email blast.
Well, it depends on what you're asking or looking for exactly, but we end up on the billboard. We are on BTV, so they like run us through the BTV thing. I'm sure there's other ways that they do.
So do outreach when they have their summer sessions with Arts Department. Usually they ask us to come over to either do a story time or something in their downtown offices or other parts of Park. They haven't requested us for this year yet, but if Laura Holbrook chooses to, normally we do make it out there to their centers and bring flyers there as well.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Is there a mobile van here like available as a city, like to like like books on the go type of thing?
A bookmobile, not
No?
yet. That's a big dream of ours.
How do we get there?
How do we do that?
Can we help y'all get there?
Grant funds, yeah.
Or securing city funding.
So a line item in the city budget is what I'm hearing.
Either that or with grants. It depends on which one you can.
For lobbying the city.
It'd be hard to follow up on everyone else. I'm just in the cave back there in the dungeon making. You'll come and check on me. Hey, you still alive? Like, yeah, I'm here.
Just running all the machines at the same
Pretty
time.
much.
Sometimes let's bring the defib paddles ready to run.
So just a quick updates on our past programs. We had our 3D printing workshop at both locations. All of our patrons came in with a lot of 3D printing questions, from settings to what printers they should get, to how do I orientate this print, to which it was just nonstop. They came prepared. They really tested us that day.
And it was just you.
No, I wasn't present. Alan took over that program because he felt like he just wanted to do it. I'm like, yeah, go for it. But he was like, yeah, that was a lot of questions. I'm like, okay, but it was overall, it was good. We get a lot of those people coming back still with more questions when we're available for that. We're happy to answer anything when it comes to 3D printing. Other libraries will reach out to us as well when it comes to that. So you'll see us out and about sometimes. Next slide. We also had our Arduino coding basics at our main branch. They coded a little Arduino board with that lit up. Kids were very excited about that. We're continuing with that. So next month we'll also have another coding class like that. We'll be doing a servo motor. So they're enjoying that. So we're going to keep that going as long as we can with different programming.
Is that a software that to do that? Like,
No, you can just do that online. We just buy the parts for it. It's just circuit boards that they program and put in code. Very basic, but it gets the mind going on what else they can do.
yeah.
Next. And here at Southmost, we had our Pokemon Club. So we had a lot of card donations for that. This month, we had them doing designing their own Pokemon cards, and they got to win a couple prizes. We also did our reading buddies, and we only had it at our main branch because we had a logistics issue with them coming over to this branch this past month. But we're still trying to work out so they're consistent with showing up. But plus that, we always get adoptions the following day, so it's always good. And then next slide. An upcoming events. So we're still doing this past couple, what was it? Last week, we did our intro to soldering. It soldered a little circuit board, and then we're still having that at our main. We're also doing intro to Inkscape, which is like a Photoshop kind of deal, but it's free. It's web-based. You don't have to download anything. And then we'll still have our Pokemon Club and our reading buddies. And then the intro to Inkscape's only at the main branch, and Pokemon Club's only here.
Can I ask what that Inkscape is?
So it's like Adobe Illustrator, so they can design pictures, but it's basic. It's free software. They don't have to download anything. Yeah. Any other questions?
So my name's Courtney Taylor. I'm the library services coordinator for both of your branches. This month, we had the awesome opportunity to join both a high school and a middle school. Miss Lucy joined me and we tag teamed to be with her first outreach. So when we went to Lopez, I made the poor children who had to come to their open house go and be with my giant makerspace dragon, because we all have to strike a pose while we're dealing with literacy and have our RuPaul moments. So I was teaching the children while also teaching them to read. Miss Lucy brought over 20 books for them to check out through our collection to integrate that as well. And then she was awesome about building future collaborations with different teachers in the school. So we talked to those who are in the special ed department to have people come over for career training possibly in the future here. We linked up with their librarian to get messages onto their screens and boards. And then we spoke to part of their makerspace advisors to see how maybe we can collaborate in the future. So a ton of really good talks got started, even though this was just an open house and we were right at the entrance and they had to get to all their teachers. So I wasn't expecting a ton of interaction, but Miss Lucy definitely got all of the teams to come to our table, got them to enjoy our library and know that Southmost is here as a community place for them to come do any of their projects, anything that they need, as long as they come for makerspace with setting up their appointments so that they can do their poster printing, everything like that, as well as just like getting them to lean into what kind of programming we would have for the upcoming months. For Lucio Middle School, we were there for a college and careers fair day. So we spoke kind of about what it would be to be a librarian, as well as how you can use it in your journey to become a professional, whether it's with the library or not. That we have a lot of things like LinkedIn Learning and other databases that will help you to study, as well as tutor.com, which can help you during your regular middle school and high school journey. That way you can build yourself up in skill set for the future. So we had a really good time doing all of this team engagement. And between the two, we had about 310 people between the two schools. For Lucio's, it was a little less attended, but it was kind of the day that they chose. It was on a Friday.
Friday after school.
Yeah, Friday after school, right before spring break. So
Very check.
there, but we definitely had a lot of presenters. So they're the right-hand side pictures at the top. So you see there was a ton of us different vendors, including Sheriff's Department, parks, parts of law offices, other things like that. They had their career training program for law enforcement for multiple agencies there as well. So we at least got to talk to those partners along with Bubba's to see how else we can do other outreaches too. So even though we might not have had a ton of school age children talking to us, we still got to collaborate with all of us adults who were there.
Brittany, can I brag on something?
Sure.
So we just had Teen Fest as an outreach thing yesterday. And the art teacher that we connected with, if not for her, we would have had 0 entries in the art contest for Teen Fest. She brought like 8 entries.
Nice.
So thank goodness it was not a miss, you know, it would have been 0 entries, and thanks to Lucio and our connection on that day. And we're seeing a lot more Lopez Lobos here in the library. So love it.
I say it's because they remember Miss Lucy, bright and colorful and cheerful there, and just playing with all the makers. Definitely just dragging them.
Thank you.
Kicking and screaming. The next one we have is Cilantro Fest. So this was our collaboration with Health Department. And I do say that as Health Department, but Health Department set up for all city departments to be included in there. This is including, we had members from Parks, including Laura. We had part of Forestry. We had part of EPMO. Every single department tried to put their hands into this event. It was held at the farmers market. And what it was promoting is everything you can do for beautification and growing within the city, not just the one plant of cilantro, but also what can you make with this? How can you build your health around this? How can you fix your house with this? And they wanted to make sure that we were there, not just to promote literacy and our seed collection, but we also were the local coloring space to kind of decompress there and keep with your mental health. So you kind of see the designs that we ended up doing for the library. The health department also printed out their own. We promoted that you can do the tools here to check out for a week and our little gardens here, as well as our little libraries. So we were able to kind of promote a little bit more of the library services, and it was packed there in case you did not go. It was very hectic, along with it being part of the farmer's market. And there was like a line in between where they were trying to click in everybody, but I swear they missed people because you had to park way off on the road and then come into it. So I think their count's still slightly off. Our personal count for just our table alone was over 450. We ran out of supplies within the first hour and had to bring in more seeds and supplies, as well as health department bringing us extra goodies. But all of our patrons were really wonderful in being inclusive with us and understanding. We got to promote our stuff here as well. So we have had people come and donate afterwards where they're like, oh, I remember you talking about this. Here's the plant I forgot to give you before. So it's helping with our retention. And then also collaboration with the Secretary's office for the passport birth certificates and voter registration fair. My goodness, what a title. So what the city was doing is it was promoting that you can get your passport through city secretaries. They gave the photo IDs that you could do there. You could pay for your full passport, your passport card, and get all of your documentation to happen right there at that one spot. This is a repeat event. They have done this the last 2 years, and this is our third year going because they had 2 last year. So we were able to kind of help while people were in line and kind of held there at city secretary waiting for their documentation to be processed. We got to talk about what we love to talk about, the library services and how we can help you with printing, how we can help you with documentation, what we can do to help you know more about computers so you're better with your own record retention. So really good time. Our numbers there are down from last year. We had about 160, whereas last year we had about 300. But part of that was how they were kind of setting up between there at city secretary. So they had more vendors that other people were going through. And then sometimes when you're in the line, you don't want to leave said line because you want to be kept in place. But our staff did a wonderful job because we sent more than one person on engaging with them and the children while they were kind of stuck there. Overall, we did have a really good time, and we will again collaborate with them next year when they do this again. Concerns, places you want us to go.
Great. Now you are doing great.
Utilization statistics.
Which there will be no report for that one, but I did want to ask, is there any reporting that you guys would like to see in statistics that you want me to pull out? Anything specific?
I would like to see the online resources databases, if we could get like a list of the databases and which ones are utilized, because right now in BISD, we're also, seeing the numbers and all that, and maybe we can compare and I don't know, maybe in the future, maybe collaborate in some way or something, Okay.
Yeah.
Please, thank you.
Sure. Their databases. And then Brenda's not here, so I'm going to do the admin report. We only have an update on the construction that's happening over at Main. So we had an inspection on Friday and the contractor passed, and that's in regards to the plumbing. So this week they're going to work on re-cementing the areas that they broke and then installing the sinks and then putting back the dirt. So their target date is mid next week for them to be completed and done with. So that's the latest update for that. They moved quick. We thought we were going to have delays because of the rain, but no, they worked it through and that's awesome. So that's all the updates we have right now.
Questions overall?
I'm just trying to think about like measuring impact for some of these department events and specific book usage. Because I kept thinking about one of the last meetings, one of the other board members flagged about seeing a little bit more literacy type of programming. So because I think the programming is great as is, and just trying to find a way how do we layer a little bit more of the promoting literacy into what's already existing? Because the programming is great. It's just sort of how do we get books to get checked out and folks to come to the library?
One of the reasons why we're starting our Battle of the Books initiative is because I cannot get any teens to commit to doing a teen book club. I mean, I pitch it to everybody and they're like, you're so cute,
Yeah.
you know, and so we're hoping to start with the biggest book nerds and then they bring their friends in, you know what I mean? Because you're going to be the biggest book nerds if you're on the Battle of the Books team.
Yes.
So hopefully we'll start small and it'll spread like a happy virus, you know? Yeah.
Would that go the same way for like adult book clubs?
I thought I'd love to do that, but nobody's asking me, so.
I just say because I know, like, for example, like the local Planned Parenthood affiliates do a feminist book club once a month at Buo downtown. Love
Well,
to see that
I-
at our library, like versions of.
We're doing a book club for the BPL family right now called The Big Read. We're all reading Fahrenheit, well, I shouldn't say all. A lot of us are reading Fahrenheit 451. And we're going to see how that goes in-house. And I'm trying to see if it is a success and we can kind of take it up. So this is like our test run, so to speak. Does that make sense?
Would like to be in the test run.
It's really difficult to do.
Yeah.
Like, we have tried several times to launch book clubs.
Variation. It's called We Bring Your Own Book, and we offered coffee and snacks and have like a little circle of people bringing in their books and then talking about them, but the numbers were low. At the beginning, we had like maybe 15,
Yeah.
then gradually the next following month, it was like 10.
Even with the actual book club we had before that, where they had their set lists of books that were picked by the librarians, our retention was very, very low. They would pick up the book and then no one would come. So if you can find us the patronage that will show up and show out, we would definitely be willing.
I think at least said yes, you know, you got to get your book nerds too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And maybe just some people that, you know, that are avid readers, they might not know that there's a book club. But I know, like, I would love to be in a book club here in the library, and I know a lot of other people
Yeah.
that probably would too.
Same.
I've had my own feminist book club for about 12 years personally.
Nice.
And so I'm like a big fan of book clubs. I really would love to see what we can do to bust out the defib paddles for us and get something going for adults, you know,
Yeah.
for teens and adults, you know.
Well, I would like to be in the book.
Well, we can certainly start with our biggest book nerds.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Here,
we-
you know, yeah, we could do that. We could start.
We get with graders to read like those fiction books because they're like, it's too big. Something short. Like their attention, I don't know what it is.
And actually, our numbers for graphic novels have been on the rise.
Being in
That's
the
what I
problem,
want.
junior high for 5.
That's what gets checked. That's what comes in like 80%. Like it's a lot of graphic.
Take a look at that.
Sir. That's,
Then you have to remember that when people come in for our really fun programs, like you say, they leave with books.
yeah.
So I think the trick is like getting them in the door, because if you tell them just come for books, they won't.
Yeah.
So we have to entice them with our programs, and then they leave with books. So
And it's measure that when they
Yeah.
come, and how many books they take, you know, but you'll see them come in and come back, and so. I
Well,
kind
I
of
think you
like,
could measure that, no? Because that's like, you know when the event's happening and you know who,
that would be reports for Lisa to them,
Yeah.
to see if our checkouts increase.
I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out, like, is there a pattern?
Like if there's an increase in checkouts after programming. Yeah, after programming, based on the
And
program.
it doesn't have to be on the, based on the subject, but just in general, like.
Yeah.
Is there, like you said, you know, if the anecdotal, right, understanding is that like folks come in for one thing, but leave with other things, that's fantastic. And I just would like to see, maybe that tracking that would be helpful,
I'll start on that then.
like help kind of tell the bigger story of what's happening.
Yeah, because we do see it anecdotally, but it'd be interesting to see if it's.
So I just need someone to motion and seconds.
Can I ask something real quick? Sorry. Anthony, do you think you can send me, or who might be able to send me a flyer of the activities that we have available through Makerspace? Because I know like 2 weeks ago, I was in a bind. I needed sweatshirts for our chess team going to Chicago. So I was here at the library and I was like, and a lot of people didn't know. They're like, why'd you get them done so quick? Like yesterday I went to the library and I made them over there. And then also some time ago, you helped me make that a wooden sign for, remember that one?
Mhm.
And people are like, where did you get that? Where'd you, like, oh, I had it done here at the library. They're like, what? They have that? And they don't know. So
And a lot of school districts try to do like end of the year awards, like
Mhm.
superlatives for their faculty and stuff. And Anthony's making us some really cool Flava Flav necklaces, you know, like that are like best thing and whatever. And that is so affordable for districts to come through the library, you know, I mean, there's nothing that guy can't do.
We
It's
can get
pretty-
them sent to you. We're working on updating our website with all the new stuff that we have going on. So once we have that,
I just even let like the teachers know and let people know that those services are available here. At the print shop in BIC, we got an X tool,
Mhm.
the laser engraver and cutter. And we're promoting it. We're promoting it a lot. We're sending out emails and sending out flyers with, oh, teacher appreciation gift ideas, and we're sending stuff like that. So we're getting a lot of purchases because of that. But I think if you could provide us a flyer with all the things that we have available here with that makerspace,
Mhm.
because I do promote it, like I'll take it and like, oh, where'd you get that? Or where'd you get that engraved? Oh, I got it here, or I got it there.
yeah, that's,
People will start using them more.
that's in the works. It's just not finalized yet. We're still making sure that we're all on the same page with
Okay.
the services.
And the DTF print sheet prices cannot,
$2.
I mean, nobody in the valley can touch us. So it's pretty cool.
So with one sheet, I got to do the logo,
Mhm.
really nice one, and then the word Scorpion on the side.
Love it.
$2.
$2. You can't beat that.
Should all have to do one thing in the makerspace so we can individually just promote that.
Right?
I had a thought, I mean, I don't, so I have a few extra tote bags. And for National Library Appreciation Week, our wonderful creative designer Luce created a logo, like a really awesome logo that says Library Joy. So if you want, we could make you one for free.
I have a tote that I made last year, or the year before at the other library. It's a picture of me in drag that like I carry that tote bag around and people are like, where'd you get that? And I'm like, I got it down at the public library.
Yeah.
And they all just like, love it.
Well, I would love to.
Like, can we motion to adjourn? I'll motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Second.
5 seconds.